Oh my gosh, it works. Hey, what's up, yos? I'm playing DLC. I've already played this before, but I'm gonna play it again. It's 6 hours long. I don't know if I'm gonna record the whole thing. Especially since it's almost 12. Hello! I read fast. Siri, you're acting weird and I don't want. Should I just. Wonder if I should just read this out loud. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Siri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily whatever that word is. By the way, Air Force, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't whatever that word is, everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sari must have come into the classroom where I was spacing out. I look around, realizing I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you'd know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sari is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Naski made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sarah's really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned on us out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! In this class today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sold my soul. I dejectedly follow Sarah across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sarah, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sup, yo? Sayori says nice things about you. It's nice to know. Seriously, brah, boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Air Force, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. They don't look very good to me, but okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Oh my gosh, lol. You midget. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns his back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears whatever that word is, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Air Force. Monica smiles sweetly. We don't know each other well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generally feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Air Force. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is no space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts a foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, you hear that, Maxine? Look like kitties. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaky glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, oh, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Rude? Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't really like tea, but, sure, why not? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yours is trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy so far. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. And that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Air Force, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Noski's head certainly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. A level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a fortune world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate or something about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychologic elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I like horror too. But I don't read horror books. I I just like watching horror movies and playing the games too. I read a horror book. I read a horror book once. I just whatever that word is, grasp, something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. It's nice to know. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Sorry, I had to say something to my sister. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Noski's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to read about cute things, don't you, Noski? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap here behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Eat your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari slides up behind Noski and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. You got that right, you're not. Noski, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. I don't wanna, la la la. Noski averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Noski feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is written to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your whatever that word is, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Noski feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Noski and Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Air Force? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original time of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Air Force, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be so... She said a bad word. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Air Force, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my, whatever that word is, writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Air Force, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just picked words. Adventure. Ooh, chocolate. Ew. Summer, lazy, sunset, mouse, oh man. Hi again, Air Force. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping our promise, Air Force. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a whatever that is. Making you drive headfirst into literature when you're not to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Okay, so I think each video I make should at least be 25 to 30 minutes long, so at the 30-minute, I'm gonna end the video and then I'll make another one. Today's Friday. I'll make it. I don't know if my parents will be home next week, but I'll try. If they're not, I'll make more on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But since today's Friday, I might actually do at least a whole hour on this. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if your plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Nasty, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Rude? Nasty finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defended, Nasty plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Air Force always gives in his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hee hee. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Air Force can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Hold on, my mom's calling me. Okay, yos, I'm back. Sorry, I was talking to my mom for 5 minutes. Wait, no, 6 minutes. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Neri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? This game is weird. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. You take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rambling around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now, close my eyes and end up listening in on Yuri's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, you can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and tech. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sir is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her liberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick? What kinds? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sari is still her unusual self. Usual, I mean. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sari can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ugh! I open my eyes to find Sari's face filling my vision. I know he fell on my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? you're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sari. Hee. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's... it's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sari, it's written all over you. Eh? Sari glances all around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. All around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down beside Sari's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Wait, I don't even see it. Just telling me about these dots or something. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. I know, that's actually pretty mean. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. It's funny. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button your blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Hehe. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. Oh. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Well, I mean, does this thing even fit you properly? Hehe. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means it's nice to know. These got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sari's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sari hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sari puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a good deal. I mean, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems you wrote now? Yay! Air Force, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sari still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yep. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sari and Monica enthusiastically put out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's handwriting from where I sit. Noski and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem first? I mean, obviously, I'd pick Sayori first. Let's do her. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Air Force. Yeah? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Nazi's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I mean, you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Air Force poem. It's nice to know. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sari hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Air Force. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Yeah, sure. Showing new things like this for other people. Man, it's so cold. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sari sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm actually bad at this. I mean, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could see forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yeah, she sure likes food a lot, doesn't she? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Yee. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess look forward to it. Who should I show my poem next? Let's go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are hate this word, writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very, whatever that word is. Or in other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result in this booth, the style and the expressive are weekends. Okay guys, just 2 more minutes left of this video because I don't really want to be here the whole day like I was the last time I played this game. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. This can be a little bit base though. Base? Or bias? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, this is in cursive, so I can't really read this, but I'll try my best. Pretty sure it says Ghost Under the Light. The whatever that word is, of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing or bathing. It must be this one. Alas, something street light to have withstood the test or rest of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Something breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicken back. It's nice to know. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Actually, yeah, she does, because I can't really read cursive that well. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty... That's a relief. Honestly, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Air Force. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it at all, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolized compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more Solian, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show our poem to next? I think I'm gonna do Natsuki last, cause, you know, she's a midget, lol. Okay, just 5 more minutes, yos. Pretty sure in this 5 minutes we can get done with her and finish on Natsuki in the next episode. Hi, Air Force. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at just going off with the flow until I'm more settled in. Sorry, I had to do something. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Air Force. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. Me and Mock in my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sari would like. Is that so? You and Samara are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sari and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. Wait, did I read that right? And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit based toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction, the sparkle... what? The something a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see it. I blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My whatever that is, something with a permitted copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. It's a nice poem. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting something on the timid between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of whatever recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Whatever that word is. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Maka's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay guys, Noski, I will continue with this in the next episode. Goodbye!